Hey friends, welcome to The Social Society. We are the modern-day marketing agency that has quite literally turned the branding world upside down. Over the past several years, we have been traveling the world working with trailblazers and industry innovators. But our secret is our team. We are about to give you the inside scoop into what we do and who we are. So get comfy, grab a drink of choice, and be ready for some mic drop moments. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Social Society podcast. We have the Florida girl. We're the Florida girls.
Florida girls in the house.
Yes, we are the business team here at TSS. And obviously, we both live in Florida. We're the only team members that don't live in... Oh, sorry. We're not the only team members.
We're the only team members that live in Florida.
Yes.
Yes. But we're visiting Kentucky for my first time, and we're recording the podcast, which is so exciting.
So this is interesting because obviously we are remote most of the time. So this is your first time meeting all the team members.
Yes.
All right, so spill the tea.
Oh, let me tell you. No.
What do you think?
So fun. It's kind of like walking into a storybook because you like see these people on your computer screen, you are zooming everyone, and I've seen like so many photos and videos of everyone. And then all of a sudden it's like you step into this 3D version of it and everyone is just as lovely in person as they are online. So it's been really fun to meet and hang out and all of the things.
And hug. Oh, I'm a hugger, so I know you're not a hugger.
I'm not a hugger, which people are like, what do you mean? Because I always go in for hugs because I get nervous.
You're a nervous hugger.
I'm a nervous hugger, yeah.
I remember, okay, so a little bit of background here. We're gonna take it back. Yeah. Hannah and I have known each other since you were like 10.
Yeah.
Or around 10-ish.
Very young.
So Hannah's older sister, Shannon, is my best friend in the whole world.
And she's very jealous right now.
Yes, because we hang out all the time. So she's very jealous. And so we've known each other for a really long time. So I've known since you were little, you were not really a hugger because I'm very touchy-feely and you were like, don't touch me.
That's fair. That's fair.
So yeah, we've known each other for a really long time. And, we needed a detail queen. Tell us a little bit about your background, I guess, like your professional background.
Sure. So I studied to become an elementary school teacher, and I taught for 4 years in Florida public schools, and that was amazing. And about the same time that I was like, is this what I'm going to do forever? I was with Candace. We were in Vegas, actually. And she was like, I have my business. It's going extremely well. I really need some help. So if you know of anyone, let me know. And I was like, I know of someone. It's me. Hi, it's me. And then you brought me under your wing and taught me so much because teacher skills are very transferable, but there's, just different things to learn. So
yeah, the online business world is interesting because there are so many systems like I never heard of.
Right.
And being a business manager or an OBM or a VA, whatever you want to call it, there are so many different systems that people can use. And so to learn all of those, like I remember, I think probably the first time we met, I was like spouting off all these different things. I was like Kajabi, Kartra, Asana, all these things. Yeah. And you were like, are you speaking English?
Right.
Like, what?
And they all have crazy names.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, and it was a matter of, sitting down and learning them. None of them are extremely difficult to use, but you have to get over that learning curve.
Right.
For sure. And then once you do, things totally change because you have they build a system for you basically. Right. And if you use all of those applications to the best of their, what they can do, it will really change how you run your business.
Yeah. Which is kind of the topic for today's podcast. Sorry, that was like a long-winded way to get there. Today is really like spill the tea with the business team, Q&A with the business team. Mm-hmm. We're going to talk about the hardest part of our job, the best part of being the business managers at TSS. We're going to talk about some systems and programs we love. Yep. And really just about managing a team in general, I think.
Yeah.
Part of I would say arguably the biggest part of our job is helping to manage and delegate the whole TSS team. There's 9 of us?
Yes.
So we really manage we manage projects between team members. We manage the team as a whole. And there's so much that goes on in the back end of a team that you really have to have an amazing business manager or managers like us to really keep those systems, working.
Right.
All right. So let's talk about do you want to start with the fun stuff, or should we start with the nitty gritty?
Let's start with the fun.
Okay. What's your favorite part about being the business manager at TSS?
Ooh, my favorite part, I think, is the communicating with people. So getting all of the nitty gritty details is one thing, but then when you go and on the flip side, you're giving that out to people. So communicating all of the details to the team or talking to clients about what they need and giving that support, or just chatting with people who are learning about TSS for the first time.
Yeah. I
think that the communication is a big part of it, and it's not the only part, but that's kind of my favorite. Getting to chat with people, and I'm a big helper. I really like to help. Mm-hmm. So when I'm chatting with the team and, giving them all the details that they need and answering any questions, that's my favorite part.
Yeah. Well, you're the superhero of the group because or actually, what do I always call you? I call you the goalie.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. That is my nickname for Hannah. She is the goalie at TSS because she is just all day catching all of these things that come in, whether it's in the inbox, whether it's in DMs, whether it's a roadblock in a project. You're basically
it's a bunch of little things.
Yeah. So your job is hard, but I think also can be kind of satisfying. Because if you're a to-do list person, which I think you might be.
I am.
So it's kind of nice in your job that you have all these little things to catch, and then you get to check them off.
Right. As opposed to, and we've kind of moved into this because we've been with TSS for over a year.
Over a year.
And it took us some time to figure out how we are splitting things and what TSS needed from us and how we could help. And I do a lot of the little things, whereas you're more big picture. Mm-hmm. You have the long-term plan. You have the bigger ideas for the management side. But it is satisfying to be able to check off all those things.
Yeah, I like that. That is nice. Which brings me to my next question, or I guess topic that we'll talk about is project management and our system that we use to track to-dos, to track projects, all that stuff. And I think this is probably one of the first things I taught you when I brought you under my little business wing and started to teach you about online businesses and online systems was, I think, the most important thing that an OBM or a VA or a business manager should do is track tasks, track projects, and overall just you can create SOPs within project management systems. So, which brings me to my next question.
Yes.
What's your favorite? We've used a lot.
We've used, and actually it kind of changes.
I know it changes. And it also depends on what it's used for. Mm-hmm. So here at TSS, we use ClickUp.
Yes.
To manage projects and tasks. But we also, for more creative, long-term client projects and for social media content planning, we use Trello.
Yes. And we love Trello.
We do.
More recently, I think, started leaning into Trello more. And ClickUp is nice because on ClickUp, you can really get detailed on the steps. And you can put a lot of information. It's more like data, I feel like, in ClickUp. And then in Trello, there's not as many, at least in our experience. We haven't used it for a lot of steps or anything, but you can kind of for
I think it's
content
more visual.
Planning. It's visual, yeah. Mm-hmm. You have everything you need for one post in one place.
Yeah.
And you can see the whole week, and then you can see the whole month which we love. So.
Yeah. And ClickUp is great for, they have a lot of automations.
Yes.
Where they'll
automatically do it. Mm-hmm. And I love the templates. I create a new template every time we make a new offer. And that is something that I think, I don't know. I mean, if you're new in the online business world, I found this, I'd like hesitate to make a template because you're running out of time always. And you're like, I just got to get this one done. But if you take the extra time to make the blank one and put all of that SOP into the template, it's so easy later. And that's what saves you time as an OBM or a business manager is having those systems and those templates and all of that stuff saved and ready to use.
Yeah. We love ClickUp. We love Trello.
We hope you are enjoying this conversation. Do you know we offer web design and sale page creation? Whether you need a complete new website or a sales page for a new offer, we've got you covered. From graphics to copy to build out, we can make it all happen in the most cohesive experience. Send us a DM on Instagram to find out current prices and openings.
We also love, we joked that when we talked about this episode and what we were going to talk about. You know,
the queen. Our almighty.
We joked that this podcast episode was going to be a love letter to Kajabi.
Yeah.
So Kajabi, if you're listening,
dear Kajabi.
If you're listening, Kajabi, we love you. Yes. Please sponsor us.
Yes. This episode is brought to you by Kajabi.
Unofficially. Yeah. We love Kajabi. That is where we do all of our email marketing. That is where we host courses. It is where we...
all of our checkout pages.
All of our checkout pages. This podcast will be released via Kajabi. Mm-hmm. It's truly... It is...
Beautiful.
Queen shit. I don't know if I'm allowed to curse, but
it is.
Okay.
Yes. And we didn't use Kajabi. Maybe you had, but I had not used Kajabi with any other clients until we were working with TSS. Mm-hmm. And it was crazy how much simpler, and it's so user-friendly, but it's still editable. You can still put your branding in there.
It's customizable.
Exactly.
We love Kajabi.
Yeah. And every time we come up, something new is going to happen. And Haley's like, all right, how are we going to make this happen? And we're like, Kajabi.
Yeah.
We're just going to do it on Kajabi.
I think when you really look at like business management and systems, I mean, there's going to be a platform that works better for some people than others, depending on like what you actually do for your business. But I think the most important, I would say my biggest advice is to find something that covers the most tasks in that, like, if you can find a system that does most of what you need to where everything can be all in one platform, that is the way to go.
Yeah.
Because if you have your podcast in one place or your courses in another and your email marketing in another, it's just one more thing you have to do. It's one more thing one more program you have to log into, one more system you have to add your branding to, etc.
Right.
And that is one of the best things about Kajabi is like everything is in one place.
Exactly.
They also, your analytics are better. Back to my data heart here.
Yes.
Like if all of your stuff is in one place, the data you're getting back is much cleaner and easier to read. So yeah, we love Kajabi.
I love Kajabi. A love letter.
Yeah. So I want to talk a little bit about like managing a team and managing personalities, managing communication. I think this is one of, if you are looking to hire a business manager or a VA or an OBM or anything, you really got to think a little bit long term if you are interested in hiring more team members. For like we mentioned, TSS has 9 team members. So I think one of the most rewarding parts of our job, but also one of the most challenging, is managing the team and managing personalities. And you really have to hire someone who I think is both kind and stern.
Yes.
Like
it's a balance.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's a balance of being able to create that structure and like wrangle the team and wrangle those personalities while also like being able to be the person that someone feels comfortable like coming to. And like, it's, we're not some big company that has like an HR.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, not yet.
Not yet.
Coming soon. But so it is a balance to kind of be that person that people can confide in and be like, hey, I'm having this issue with this project. And like, can you help me solve the problem? While also being able to keep that structure and make sure that things are moving.
Things are happening.
And people's the work is getting done. The projects are moving. Right. So
I feel like to get there, it's really, it sounds so simple, but it's just having open communication and always checking in. I feel like there is never too much communication.
I agree.
Even when I'm feeling like, oh my gosh, I'm probably bothering everyone, over communicating, but that's never the case. There could always be more, honestly. People are never gonna feel like you've told them too much if it's projects and it's work and it's things they need to know. And then with that, hopefully that kind of opens the door to have that communication come back.
Yeah. I think if also you set that precedent in the beginning, if you say like, listen, you can always reach out to me for anything. And if you set that precedent, that it will be returned and that door will just be open from the beginning, which I think is the best thing that you could do.
Right.
Yeah. And, we love our team. They're so amazing. And I think one of the pros of our team is they are all so talented in their own way. And being the business managers, we have to understand that like there are certain things that just go that are delegated to certain team members. And like we have to trust that they're going to do it because that's in their zone of genius.
Right.
Yeah.
Everything that the team does is not things that we could do. But that's why we have a team, right?
Yeah.
Because everybody does their thing so well. I also think for us with TSS, I think everyone pretty much, it all kind of came together similar timing, but we were kind of brought in after most of the creative team was in place, right? So they've already known each other and worked together. And then we're coming in and being like, okay, we're the structure now.
We're gonna mess shit up around here.
But there was no, there was no weirdness about that.
No, not at all. I mean, the team was amazing about like letting us come in and be like, hey, I know you've done it this way, but here's the new system or the new process.
The Florida girls are here now. We're going to reach out to you a lot.
Yeah.
We're going to Slack you all the time.
Yeah. So it's been fun to kind of, and like I said, the team has been so great and receptive of all of the changes that we've made. And I think they're starting to reap the benefits, right?
Yeah.
Audio Daddy.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Absolutely.
I don't know. You can cut this out if you want, but we've been calling Kyle all week our audio daddy because he's
the only male on our team. So he kind of just like has to be the daddy of everything.
Exactly.
Is what has happened.
Okay. All right. Should we pull a card?
With that, yes, from here.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So these are Let's Get Closer cards.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Just
do it.
Anyone?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, this is sweet.
Oh.
What is the nicest thing anyone has ever done for you?
Oh, gosh.
I'll start.
Okay.
Definitely one of the nicest things, and this is probably a little cheesy, but as I talked about earlier in the episode, Candace brought me into this whole online world, and so she taught me so much. And No crying on the podcast. She taught me so much, and she gave me amazing opportunities. I quite literally would not be here podcasting or meeting any of these people without her. So that was one of the nicest things anyone has done. A lot of trust and a lot of answering all of my questions.
Oh my gosh, you're so nice. I love you. It's been one of the best things ever to give you a peek into this world and the business, and it's been so fun to work. Like, it's
been a blast.
You're like my work bestie. So Okay, this is so tough. Like my first thought had to do with my baby, obviously. Like just my mom, obviously for TSS, we travel a ton. Mm-hmm. We travel quite literally all around the world. And she is watching my baby child at home.
Yes.
And she loves it. So, but I think that's, just having a great support system around me. Everyone's been so kind and generous. So that's super nice.
That is nice.
Amazing. Yay. Well, we are, this was so fun.
Yes.
And if you guys have any questions regarding systems or business or just honestly want to get on a call with us to talk about business strategy.
Yes.
Please.
Candace is the strategy queen.
Strategy queen. So if you are interested in learning more about our strategy and just how we run our business, definitely head over to our Instagram and there's a link in our bio to book a call. Book a
you
call with us.
You can also just send us a DM. We are always in the DMs.
Yep.
Just,
As we talked about earlier, our communication is always open. So we hope to hear from you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
If you enjoyed this episode, let's move this relationship to the next level. The friend zone, baby. Head to the show notes and click the link to join our close friends list where you will gain access to knowing where we are, all our adventures, and exclusive pop-up offers at locations around the world. Plus, we hold nothing back on our close friend stories on IG. See you there.